reaction in Georgia and around the nation after the jury found all three men guilty of murder in the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. The verdict coming after 2 days of deliberations, and the defendants now face the possibility of life in prison. Jeff Paul is live in Brunswick, Georgia this morning with the very latest. Good morning, Jeff.
Yeah, good morning, Julie. It's been a tense few weeks as many in this community waited and watched as this trial progressed. But all that nervousness and anxiety coming to a close as the judge read each count, finding the defendant guilty of murder. Now, many, as you just heard, erupted in cheers. Others stood in silence, taking the moment in, saying that justice had finally been served. Travis McMichael, the man who shot Arbery 3 times, was found guilty on all 9 counts. His father and the man who recorded a portion of the shooting were found guilty on a combination of the counts, but due to the severity of the charges, they will all likely spend the rest of their lives in prison. Much was made about this disproportionate makeup of 11 white jurors and only 1 black juror. However, people like Reverend Al Sharpton commended the jurors, saying that the group, made up of mostly white people in the Deep South, stood up and essentially said Black Lives Matter with the ruling. Ahmaud Arbery's family says they're relieved that someone is being held accountable in their son's death. Their hope is that no family ever goes through this again.
For real, all life matters.
All life.
Yes.
Not just black children. We don't want to see nobody go through this.
Amen.
I wouldn't want to see no daddy watch their kid get lynched and shot down like that.
That's right, Mom.
So it's all our problem. It's all our problem.
Yeah.
So hey, let's keep fighting.
Let's keep fighting.
Let's keep doing it and making this place a better place for all human beings.
Now, the attorney for William Roddy Bryan, that's the man who filmed a portion of the shooting, says that next week he's going to be filing a motion for a new trial. That was expected. Meanwhile, the attorneys for the 2 other defendants, the McMichaels, father and son, they are expected to also file an appeal soon after sentencing. Julie.
Benjamin, I'm going to toss it to you, and thank you so much for your report.
Thanks, Judy. Well, for more on this, let's bring in Ted Williams, former D.C. homicide detective and a Fox News contributor. Ted, thanks very much. It's good to see you again today. So the Georgia jury finding all 3 men guilty. And remember the protests that broke out when the video was released of Arbery's death. Do you think with this verdict that justice has been served?
Hi, Benjamin. Let me just say happy Thanksgiving to our audience and you and Julie. Yes, I do believe that justice has been served. You had a young black kid. All he was doing was running through a neighborhood, or as my brother would say, jogging through a neighborhood. And here he was shot and killed. And what took place right after he was shot and killed was shocking, because it was like no one wanted to listen to the Arbery family, who always felt that something was smelly in the death of their child. And they kept pushing the envelope until they were able to get a DA and a justice system to listen to them. And when you think about it for a second, and this kid jogging through a neighborhood, the defense in this case tried to make this kid a burglar. If you look at the kid and what he was wearing, I mean, what was he going to burglarize? What was he going to steal? He was alleged to have been and had been seen in this one house on several occasions, Benjamin, but he had never been seen to steal anything. And here it was, these individuals took it upon themselves to do a citizen's arrest that resulted in the death of this young man.
And in fact, these charges might not have been brought were it not for that video surfacing and being released. What do you make of that?
Yes, I think you can say that the video, their feed, that was supplied by Roddy Bryant, one of the defendants in this case, they thought it was going to help to vindicate them, and clearly that video helped to prosecute them for a successful prosecution. But I got to tell you, I go back and I remember Emmett Till, a young black man in the South who was killed for allegedly whistling at a white woman. I imagine he in his grave is cheering for what is taking place here, that justice was in fact served.
Yeah, and of course this is the second case in a week that used self-defense that hinged on the idea of self-defense, the Rittenhouse case before it. I wanted to read you something from the Wall Street Journal editorial. They said Ahmaud Arbery's family now has justice, or at least whatever justice the criminal justice system can offer. The jury included 11 whites and 1 black. They looked at the facts and came to a decision that deserves to be treated with the same respect that the jurors in the Rittenhouse trial deserve. The jury system isn't perfect, but we trust it to render better justice than the cable TV shouters who demand guilt or innocence for their own political purposes. And what do you think about the way that the media played a role in these cases? And really, as it said there, you know, there was some hysteria around them.
Well, there was some division, as you know, with the Rittenhouse verdict. As you know, Kyle Rittenhouse's defense was just that he used self-defense. And there were a lot of individuals who did not believe him. But the videos there also played an important role, because you could see that those individuals were, in fact, attacking Rittenhouse.
Absolutely. And
so
Ted,
justice was served there, I believe, also.
Ted, I'm afraid we have to leave it there. But again, thank you so much for joining us, and happy Thanksgiving.